How did forensic entomology impact the Casey Anthony acquittal? Imagine insects playing a role in one of the most talked about court cases in recent history. That's exactly what happened with the case of Casey Anthony. Forensic entomology, the study of insects to help solve crimes, was part of the evidence presented. Experts testified about flies called coffin flies or phorid flies found in Casey Anthony's car trunk and near where Kaylee's remains were discovered. These flies are usually linked to decomposing bodies, so their presence seemed to support the idea that Kaylee's body had been stored in the trunk for several days. The entomologist explained that the insect activity suggested the body was in an advanced state of decay, consistent with remains being in the trunk for about 3 to 5 days before being moved. But here's where things got complicated. The defense argued that these flies are not unique to dead bodies. They are also common in trash and organic waste, which could have been in the car or around the area. The defense expert pointed out that the larvae and maggots could have come from garbage, not necessarily a corpse. They also noted that no DNA testing was done on the maggots' gut contents to confirm they came from human remains. This made the insect evidence less clear-cut. Timing was another issue. The insect samples were collected months after the remains were found, which made it harder to accurately estimate when the body had been there. The entomologist admitted that the delay limited the precision of their findings. The prosecution brought other evidence, like traces of chloroform and chemical odors associated with decomposition, but the insect evidence alone was not enough to definitively prove Kaylee's death was caused by foul play. In the end, forensic entomology showed both the potential and the limits of insect evidence in criminal cases. It can help estimate when and where a body was present, but it needs to be supported by other evidence. In this case, the insect findings helped build the prosecution's story but were challenged enough by the defense to prevent a conviction. The jury ultimately acquitted Casey Anthony of murder charges, partly because the insect evidence was not strong enough to remove all reasonable doubt. This case highlights how forensic entomology can influence a trial but also how important it is to interpret such evidence carefully.